Going into the 2021 football season, Derek Stingley Jr. is viewed as one of the best cornerbacks in the nation. He is also projected to go early in the 2022 NFL Draft, possibly in the top 5. But who is Derek Stingley Jr.? In the Who Is series, we go through the backstories of up-and-coming collegiate and pro athletes. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps the video do better in the YouTube algorithm. If there's a player you want to see in future episodes, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. Also, where do you think Derek Stingley Jr. will go in the 2022 NFL Draft? Derek Stingley Jr. grew up in the Baton Rouge area and grew up 13 miles away from LSU. His father, Derek Stingley Sr., played cornerback at Purdue before he decided to transfer to Trenton College to play baseball. He would go on to be picked in the 1993 MLB Draft. Stingley's grandfather, Darryl, was drafted by the New England Patriots in the first round of the 1973 NFL Draft, playing his college ball at Purdue. Unfortunately, Darryl Stingley's career was cut short in 1978 when he suffered a tragic injury that left him paralyzed during a preseason game. Stingley attended the Dunham School, which is about a 20-minute drive to the LSU campus and Tiger Stadium. While at the Dunham School, Stingley was coached by his father, who was an arena football head coach beforehand. When Stingley was 17 years old, he shot down a comparison to Deion Sanders because he found he played less flashy and, in his words, more analytical. Stingley never showed any arrogance. Instead, he was self-aware and could remove external factors, with an article from The Athletic describing him as robotic. In high school, Stingley played safety, cornerback, wide receiver, and was a return specialist. As a freshman, Stingley recorded 3 interceptions. As a sophomore, he recorded 9 interceptions. During his junior year, Stingley helped the Dunham School win the district title, recording 11 interceptions, 64 tackles, and 6 pass breakups. During his senior year, Stingley made plays all over the field and helped Dunham reach the Division III quarterfinals. He helped Dunham win their second district title, making it the first time in school history the football team won back-to-back district titles. On the defensive side, Stingley recorded 4 interceptions and returned 1 of them for a touchdown. On the offensive side of the field, Stingley recorded 24 receptions for 678 yards and 8 touchdowns, and rushed for 192 yards and 4 more touchdowns on the ground. Due to making plays all over the field, Stingley was named Louisiana's Gatorade Player of the Year for 2018 and was a finalist for the Gatorade National Football Player of the Year award. He also earned MVP honors for both offense and defense for his district and was also named All-District on both sides of the ball. Not only did Stingley perform well on the field, he also performed well in the classroom, earning academic All-State honors. Stingley was also invited to play in the 2019 Army All-American Bowl. According to 24/7 Sports Composite, Derek Stingley Jr. was the best player in Louisiana, best cornerback, and 3rd best player in his class behind Nolan Smith and Kayvon Thibodeau. According to Rivals, he was the best player in the country. Stingley received over 32 different Division I offers from the likes of Alabama, Florida, Georgia, LSU, and Texas, among others. In May of 2018, Stingley released his final 3 schools, which were Florida, LSU, and Texas. He took a visit to Florida on April 14th and June 1st, then he took a trip to Austin on May 4th, and finished out his visits going to LSU on June 20th, where he would also announce his commitment to the Tigers on social media on a video that quickly racked up thousands of views. When Stingley told Ed Orgeron that he was definitely coming to LSU, he told Stingley that they were going to win national championships with the Boot Boys, aka recruits from Louisiana, as Orgeron focuses on making sure he keeps in-state talent at LSU, according to The Athletic. Coming out of high school, Stingley Jr. was the top 10 projected pick, with comparisons to Stephon Gilmore. According to Charles Power, he projected to be an instant impact at the college level and has talent to be a 3-and-done early round draft pick. With a rating of 10 for hips, instincts, ball skills, change of direction and speed, a 9 for tackling and size, and having an 8 for physicality. He was viewed as one of the most athletic players in the recruiting class as well. Stingley signed with LSU in December of 2018 and decided to enroll early at LSU, foregoing the All-American game. Since he enrolled early, Stingley was able to practice with LSU as they prepared to play the Fiesta Bowl against UCF. He was able to get more practice time, with Greedy Williams deciding to prepare for the NFL Draft and Kristen Fulton out with an injury. Dave Aranda famously said he wished he could have started Stingley against UCF because he was already the best corner on the field. Remember, at this time, Stingley was only a few weeks out of high school. Stingley gained the respect of his new teammates, with LSU defensive lineman Braden Fajardo telling The Athletic, "No one likes springtime. He never said a word. He put his head down and worked." According to The Athletic, LSU runs a brutal fourth quarter training program. It's spring practice with tons of players sitting out, meaning even more reps. It's off-season workouts. Although he was only 20 minutes away, Stingley skipped his senior prom due to it being the same day as LSU's spring game. When training camp rolled around, Stingley seemed like a veteran who presented himself in a professional way. He also was a clear starter at corner opposite Fulton. In LSU's opener, Stingley became the first true freshman to start on defense in the last 34 seasons. Through the first few games of the season, teams only completed 6 passes on 22 attempts on Stingley. He had 8 pass breakups during that time span as well. He was debatably the most impactful true freshman in LSU history and was the most decorated rookie in the program's history. He started all 15 of LSU's games and went on to be named a consensus All-American. He led the SEC in interceptions with 6, which was also 5th in the nation. He led the SEC with pass defended and ranked 2nd in the nation with 21, while also recording 38 tackles and 1 tackle for a loss. In LSU's last 4 games of the season, Stingley was a part of a defense that only allowed 1 passing touchdown en route to a national championship. He also served as LSU's punt returner as well. Stingley was named SEC Newcomer of the Year and First Team All-SEC. During the offseason, after everything shut down due to the pandemic, Stingley and some of his teammates worked out together with a program run by his father. Stingley Sr. spoke on the situation saying, "Those guys didn't have any place to go, any place to train. They were trying to do workouts on their own. The workout program was straightforward, focusing on muscle memory and getting your eyes in the right place. They also focused on quick twitch exercises to get quicker." Stingley Sr. told The Athletic, "Just the simple things of being a defensive back, because sometimes you can get out of rhythm a little bit and it's kind of hard to get back on it." Going to 2020, there were high expectations for the 19-year-old cornerback. Defensive coordinator Bo Pelini spoke about Stingley saying, "He has not just good, but exceptional ball skills, and I think he'll get better. As good of a year as he had, he's going to improve. He's a hard worker, and he's got all the tools. I think the best football is in front of him. There's no question." During 2020, Derek Stingley recorded 27 tackles, 2.5 tackles for a loss, 5 pass deflections, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery in 7 games. That was good enough to have him be named to the All-American team once again. Going to the 2021 football season, Derek Stingley Jr. is expected to have another strong season as LSU tries to recover from a disappointing 2020 season. He will also be wearing a new number. It was announced last week that Stingley will be wearing the number 7 for the Tigers this season, the same number Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Mathieu, Leonard Fournette, and DJ Shark all wore at LSU. Stingley told WBRZ, "It's an honor to be a part of the legacy of players that have worn the number 7 jersey. I'm looking forward to upholding the tradition and the standards of play that has been set by the group that comes before me." Coach O spoke on the situation saying, "Derek is very deserving of following in the footsteps of some of the great players in LSU history and wearing the number 7 jersey. Derek is an outstanding young man from right here in Baton Rouge who represents our program with tremendous character and a desire to make all of those around him better." When it comes to the 2022 NFL Draft, Stingley Jr. is expected to be a top 5 pick. All I know is keep an eye out for number 7 this season. He is a quarterback and wide receiver's worst nightmare. How do you think Derek Stingley Jr. will do this season? If you enjoyed this video, check out my other videos in the Who Is series. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.